Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be hauling some books with you guys. I would normally do like an April TBR or like books that I want to read in April, but as you guys are going to see very soon, I have a lot of new books and there's no way for me to be able to read all of these in 1 month. So instead of doing the TBR video, I'm just going to haul these, and throughout April, I'll be choosing to read from these books that I'm going to show you guys. If you're not following me on Goodreads, I definitely recommend doing that. That's kind of where I post, like, you know, multiple times per day, like what I'm reading and at what page I'm at. So if you're just wanting to like kind of follow along, see what I'm reading, see what I think about the books, definitely go follow me there. I do also do like a wrap-up video where I talk about the books and like if I like them or not like them, if I recommend them or not. And so that will be at the end of this month, but I just figured I'd mention that if you want kind of a more up-to-date idea of what I'm reading, Goodreads is definitely the place to be. So, like I said, we have a lot of books here. I haven't counted them yet, but I will at some point soon. So first we're gonna start off with books that you guys actually sent to me. And if you guys have been here for a couple book videos, you know that I posted a video, guys, to post your Amazon wish list and that I would bless one of you guys with a book. And I plan to do this every month going forward because I feel like it's just such a fun idea. But a lot of you guys wanted to send me books, which I was super grateful for. March was a tough month for us, like really tough. And so getting these little surprises in the mail definitely made my month, like seriously made my month. So thank you guys for doing that. I super duper appreciate it. It's always fun getting a surprise in the mail. That's kind of why I decided to do the mystery kits in my shop. But this was like super fun for me. So again, thank you guys so much. I never like expect anything, but if you guys want to send something to me, I do have my Amazon wish list down below, and then I also have it in my Facebook group, which is where you can put your Amazon wish list, because for some reason YouTube won't let me have links in the comments. I don't know why. It deleted all of the ones from the last video. So if you're not a part of my Facebook group, definitely go join that. I do have a link down below. Post your wish list so someone can bless you with a book. I saw so many people post books that other people bought for them. I think it's such a fun idea. So definitely go put your Amazon wish list in that little thread. And then also, if you can, bless someone else with a book because it's super fun, again, to get a little surprise, a little pick-me-up. I know that we're coming more towards summer, but still there's a lot going on in the world, and so it's always nice to just get a little surprise. So again, I'm going to start with the books that you guys sent to me. I'm going to tell you guys if someone left me a note who the person was. I'm not going to read the note because I feel like they might have intended that for just me, but I'll tell you guys who did them or who sent them. So these are all the books from you guys. So again, thank you. So the first one, and this is not really in order of how they came, but the first one is Act Your Age, Eve Brown. In the last video, I talked about really wanting to read this one. I've actually read the first two in this series, and so I'm super glad that one of you guys decided to send this to me. This was actually from Autumn. Thank you, Autumn. You're always super sweet. So thank you for sending me that. I'm definitely going to read this in April. I can tell you a lot of these books I'm not sure if I'll read, but this one I'm for sure going to read. I finished Dani Brown like earlier this month and I loved that book. So I'm really hoping that this one is a good one as well. If you're not familiar, I will try and give you a little brief explanation of some of these books, but I also really try not to read too much about books because then I feel like it ruins it sometimes for me. But this is the third book in the Brown sister series. It follows these three sisters as they're kind of figuring out life. They're obviously falling in love because I love reading romance. My favorite type of romance would be like contemporary romance. I know a lot of like booktubers, as they call themselves, like to read like historical romance. That's not my thing. I kind of like more like set today. So anyway, this one's going to be about Eve. She is the younger sister, and of course, as like the youngest child, she's kind of a hot mess. So we're gonna follow along with her as she falls in love with this guy here. So anyway, thank you, Autumn, for sending that to me. The next book is Beach Read. This book is from Elaine, so thank you. This is actually one of the books that I really, really, really wanted to read. And I think this one has to do with two authors who write different genres. Like, they don't write the same genre. And they do some type of switch where like one has to write the others and, you know, vice versa. And I think they somehow fall in love. Again, I don't read too much into the books, but I think that's kind of the premise. So if you like books about books, this might be a good one for you guys. So I'm super excited about that one. Thank you, Elaine, for that. The next one is The Unhoneymooners, and this one, no one sent me a note. So thank you, whoever sent this my way. That was super sweet of you. I've heard this one is very similar to The Hating Game. The sister of a bride and the brother of the groom, for some reason, have to go on a honeymoon, and so they kind of fall in love. It's hate to love, so you know, that's my thing for sure. But I, again, haven't read too much into it because I like to have a little bit of a surprise. And also, when you read the back and then when you also like hear a lot about the book, I feel like you kind of get hyped up and you're like waiting for that thing to happen, and I don't like feeling like that. I feel like I always get disappointed when I'm watching a movie or reading a book where I kind of know something about it. So again, if you want more information, Goodreads is really good for like giving you a brief explanation. All of these books were on my Amazon wish list, so of course you can also go on Amazon. I'm sure there's like a little brief description as well. But thank you, whoever sent this my way. The next one is from one of my favorite authors, Colleen Hoover. I am definitely like over time going to read all of her books because all the books that I've read so far from her have been great. So this one is Ugly Love, and this was from Amber K. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what this book is about, and I'm not gonna read too much into it because I don't want to be, you know, ruined. But her books are always amazing. Her books are always like really, I don't know, I feel like they just get you, if that makes sense. Definitely not something like, if you want an easygoing like romance read, this is probably not going to be for you. None of her books that I've read so far have been like light books. They've all been like really heavy books, but they're good because of that, if that makes sense. So thank you for sending this my way. The next one is If I Never Met You, and I honestly did not read too much into this one either, but I really liked that it looked like it was going to be about like something to do with work. I really like those like romance reads where you're like working with someone. Again, Jason and I worked together before we got together. We were really good friends because we worked together, and so I just love those types of books. And Sandra sent this to me, so thank you so much. But yeah, I am super excited about this one. I think I saw this one on Amazon and I didn't even hear anybody talk about it. So we'll see what that one's all about. The next one is from Tiffany, and this one is the Happy Ever After playlist. I don't know too much about it. I feel like I should probably stop saying that by now. But I think this book is about a girl who, she's upset, she's sad about something. I don't know if it was a breakup or something like that. She finds a dog, and the owner is like a musician who's out of the state or whatever. He might be even in a different country. And so she takes care of this dog. I think they may talk. I don't know if it's emails or whatever, but anyway, I think it's kind of that like accidental romance type of thing, and I'm super excited about this one as well. So thank you again, Tiffany, for sending this my way. The next one is The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This is from Karen, and I have heard a lot about this author. I don't think I've read any of her books just yet, but it does seem like a really fun book. I think when you're talking about like romance writers, I think, and this might even be like a couple or like 3 authors together, at least that's what I think. Maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, I've heard great things about them for romance reads, so I am really excited to read this. So thank you for sending that. And then the last one is not romance at all. This one is from Susan, and it's If I Disappear. So one thing that you guys may not know about me is I actually really love like true crime stuff. I think it was earlier this year I got really into this one true crime YouTube channel, and so I watched like almost all of her videos. I guess I should say I listened because I was working in between, but she covers all of this, you know, true crime stuff where like, you know, people are found or they're missing or whatever the case may be. And so this one's actually about a podcast, a girl who has a podcast about true crime, and then she goes missing. So one of her followers or listeners are trying to figure out what happened to her, where she went. And so it just sounded really interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard the greatest things about this one. At least the few people that I have talked to, or not talked to, I've listened to on YouTube that who have read this book have not said the greatest things, but that doesn't mean much because I feel like it just depends on the mood that you're in when you're reading, or also like your preferences. So the idea sounded really good to me, so I'm excited to read this one. So thank you, Susan, for sending this to me. So those are all the ones that you guys sent to me. Again, don't feel like you have to do that. It's super sweet that you guys did do that. I just think the idea of like gifting people books is fun, so definitely go and gift other people as well. The next books are going to be my Book of the Month books. I do participate in Book of the Month. It's a subscription for books. You get hardcover books, and I actually, like, I'm subscribed to that. I'm not in any way like sponsored by them or anything like that. So every month they have like 5 books that you can choose from. This month I chose People We Met on Vacation, which is a romance. And again, I've heard great things about this. I think it has to do with 2 people who go on vacation together. They have some falling out for some reason, and then they have one last vacation together, and I'm guessing they're gonna fall in love. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, that's the one that I chose for this month. If you are not a part of Book of the Month and you want to sign up, I will have like my referral thing down below. Basically, I think you get like a discount, and then I may get like a free book or something. But this one is one of the April Book of the Month, so if you want to pick it up, definitely go do that. So I'm excited about this one. Again, I've heard really good things about this one from the people who have gotten it early. That's actually an early release. I don't think it's supposed to be released until sometime this summer. The other 2 books I chose are just add-on books from Book of the Month. The first one is Legendborn. This is actually a young adult fantasy book, and I'm currently reading it. I am about 200 pages in. The book is 500 pages, so it's pretty long. I am loving this book so far. I'm not normally like a fantasy type of person. You guys probably can tell from all of the books that I just showed you guys. I'm more like the more contemporary romance type of thing, but this one is really good, and I've been like dying to just keep reading any chance that I get. So I will definitely follow up with you guys in my like reading vlog for the month, but I'm loving this so far. If you have not read this one, or if you're like thinking about reading it, I definitely recommend it. It's about a girl named Bree. She is part of the like North Carolina University early college program. So basically, like, I think it's when you're a sophomore or a junior, you can go to the college, take college level classes. You have to be like really good with academics and all of that to get admitted. When she gets there, she's pretty, like, she's struggling a lot because her mom passed away, and she's just really confused about what happened. She's having a lot of issues with like coping with that. And so the first night that she's at the university, she comes across like this magic. And so the rest of the book is her trying to figure it out. She tries to like join because she wants to like figure out more about it. And so anyway, I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, definitely good. And there is a little bit of romance in this book. So definitely the one that I'm reading now, and I'm super excited to finish. And then this one is also something to do with like college. I think this might even be placed like in Yale's campus, but it's Ninth House. This one I have heard really good things about. Again, I think it's very similar to the one that I just showed you guys, where you have someone like in college, and I think there's like some type of secret society. I don't know if this one has to do with magic, but both of them seemed really good. With my Book of the Month ones, I try and choose books that are a little different. I know that I love romance, obviously, but I want to try other books to see, like, maybe I love mystery, maybe I love thrillers, maybe I love fantasy. And so I always choose a few, at least 2 books that are like kind of outside my comfort zone. That way I can really try other genres without, you know, just staying so focused on the romance. So that is the other book. I have a lot of books that I haven't read yet. Like last month I got The Apothecary and I didn't read that one yet. So I'm definitely going to put together like a little book shelf or something like that where I can keep track of what I'm reading and just put my books in more of an organized fashion, because I feel like the way that I have it right now, it's really hard to see what I have, and so I don't always choose books that I would have chose because I don't see them. I was thinking that I may put together like a book cart. If you have watched some of my other videos, I did used to have like a planner cart. I still have it at our house, and so I may just put my books in there just so I can see them, so I can kind of like move them around, organize them a little bit. Eventually I would love to have like a really cozy place in our house where I can have bookshelves and like a reading chair and all of that fun stuff, but for now I think I'm gonna stick with the book cart. So those are the ones from Book of the Month. And then, okay, I have an explanation for these, I promise. So these are books that I purchased on my own this month. These are all like books that I'm like super excited to read. And also I kind of have an idea in mind. I was thinking that eventually I would love to have, again, a dedicated space where I film videos about books and all of that, because I don't see the book videos ever ending. Hopefully you guys like that because it's fun for me. I really enjoy doing it. I don't feel like pressure, like I have to. It's kind of just like whenever I want to. Anyway, I was thinking it'd be really fun to do like a rainbow bookshelf and have like, you know, all pink, whatever the rainbow colors. So this month I decided to start with pink. These are all books that I wanted to read anyway, but I figured let me like start, I'll get all the pink books that I want to read. So anyway, I'm gonna do something similar to that. You guys will see that eventually, but yeah, so we went with like more like pink books this month. And I do have a couple other pink books that will be able to go in here. So the first one is The 2 Lives of Lydia Bird. I don't know too much about it. I think it has to do with something happens, and so she's living 2 lives and maybe she has to pick between the 2. Again, not super sure. I've heard a lot of people talk about this book. So anyway, that's one of them. I think this is also an option in hardcover through Book of the Month if you want to like get an add-on. So picked that one up. I think I got this one from Target. The next one I am super excited to read. It's called Bet the Farm. And I think it's about these 2 people who inherit a farm together. They don't know that it's like a 50-50 thing. So the girl gets to the farm and realizes that now she has to like, you know, own this farm with somebody else. They're trying to fix it up, I think. But I think it's kind of like a hate to love thing. And that cover is so cute. So I am super excited to read this one. Definitely one that I have been like really excited about. I found this one on Amazon and it has like really cute little pictures inside. So I'm excited about that one. Next one is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I think it has to do with 2 guys who, one is like the president of, or the queen of the United States' son, and then the son of the English throne. I'm not exactly super sure. I've heard great things about it. Again, I try and go into books without knowing too much, but I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to read this book as well. This one is huge. When I picked it up, I'm like, holy moly. This is 440 pages, so wow. The next one is called The Roommate. I got this one also from Target. Again, I heard couple of things about this book. Basically, these 2 people end up living together on accident. She thinks that she's coming to live with a friend. Then the friend like subleases his apartment to this guy, and so it's just kind of like an interesting dynamic, but I've heard that it's pretty good, so I'm excited about that one. And then this is another one that I picked up at Target. If you don't look at the books at Target, I love doing that. But they have a really good selection, and usually the prices are pretty similar to Amazon. And if you have a red card, you can use that and get 5% off, so it's kind of a good thing. But this one is You Had Me at Hola. I think it has to do with like a telenovela. I don't know too much about those, but I do know that I watched Jane the Virgin, which is kind of like that, I think, and I really liked it. So I'm hoping that I kind of like the tone and stuff of this one as well. So yeah, those are all the books. Let's see how many we have. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 books. 15 books that I'm hauling. So I think I'm good. I don't think I'm going to be purchasing any more books this month. Again, make sure that you leave your wish list in the Facebook group. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me.